In a world that never stops moving, where days pass quickly and voices overlap, there is one story that never fades. A story that grows quietly, lives deeply, and remains strong no matter how much time passes. It is the story of a mother. Not just a person, not just a role, but a feeling, a presence, a safe place the heart always knows how to return to. Take a slow breath. Let the noise of the world fade away and allow this story to gently unfold. Chapter 1. Love Before Life Begins. Before we opened our eyes to the world, before we recognized faces or learned names, before we understood what fear or joy meant, there was a mother. She loved us before we existed in her arms. She carried us in her heart long before she carried us in her body. She dreamed of us before we had dreams of our own. She worried about us before we ever felt worry. A mother's story does not begin at birth. It begins the moment love becomes a choice and sacrifice becomes natural. Chapter 2. A Voice That Heals. A mother's voice is unlike any other sound. It does not need to be loud. It does not need to explain. When we are afraid, her voice calms the fear before we understand why. When we cry, her words reach us before the tears fall completely. It is a voice that carries comfort, even in silence. Many times, we do not remember her exact words, but we always remember how her voice made us feel. Safe, seen, loved. Chapter 3. Silent Sacrifices. A mother gives in ways the world rarely notices. She wakes up while others sleep. She worries while others rest. She carries emotional weight without asking for recognition. She gets tired, but she keeps going. She feels pain, but she hides it behind a smile so her children won't be afraid. Her sacrifices are quiet, but they are endless. She gives time. She gives energy. She gives parts of herself without ever asking them back. Chapter 4. Strength Disguised as Gentleness. A mother's strength does not always look like power. Sometimes it looks like patience. Sometimes it looks like forgiveness. Sometimes it looks like staying calm when everything feels overwhelming. She is strong when she holds the family together. She is strong when she listens without judgment. She is strong when she chooses love over anger. Her strength is steady, not aggressive. It is the kind of strength that builds lives. Chapter 5. The First Teacher. From a mother we learn our first lessons, not from books, but from behavior. She teaches us kindness by showing kindness. She teaches us honesty by living it. She teaches us how to apologize, how to care, how to stand up again after falling. Her lessons stay with us long after childhood ends. Even when we forget her words, we remember her example. Chapter 6. When we grow, she remains. As years pass, we grow. We become busy. We chase dreams. We build lives. But a mother stays exactly where she always was, watching, waiting, hoping. She celebrates our success more than her own. She worries about us even when we say we are fine. In her eyes, no matter how old we become, she is still our children. Chapter 7. Love Without Conditions. A mother's love does not ask questions. It does not disappear when we fail. It does not weaken when we make mistakes. It does not leave when we walk away. It remains steady, unchanging, deep. It is love that forgives before we apologize, love that understands before we explain. It is the safest kind of love a human can know. Chapter 8. The Quiet Moments. Some of the most powerful expressions of a mother's love are never spoken. A look of concern, a gentle touch, a silent prayer whispered at night. These moments pass quietly, but they shape us deeply. A mother loves even when she feels unappreciated, even when she feels unseen. Her love does not depend on attention. It depends on connection. Chapter 9. Realization comes late. Many of us understand a mother's value only later in life. When life becomes heavy, when responsibility grows, when we feel lost or tired, that is when we realize how much she carried for us. And sometimes that realization comes with regret. Regret for unanswered calls, regret for rushed conversations, regret for unspoken gratitude. Chapter 10. A Message of Gratitude. To every mother, thank you for choosing love even when it was difficult. Thank you for your patience, your strength, and your endless giving. Thank you for being the foundation we often stood on without realizing. You are not just important, you are essential.